I got a certified letter. Well, I got a phone call at like 6 in the morning telling me all her financial problems, and then she's saying that she needs to get as much money out of the house as quickly as she can, so she's doing a short sale, and I need to be out in 30 days. And don't pay June's rent or July's rent like we agreed, you know, the 2 months free rent. But I just need to be out by July 15th, and I'm like, oh my God, like there's no way I'm gonna be able to do that. So I called like Nevada Legal Services, and they said I don't have to move until my lease is up. So I called her back and I told her I'm not leaving till my lease is up. And she said, okay, Patricia, and hung up. And then I didn't know this, but the very next day she went and did a 5-day eviction notice for not paying the rent. And I'm like, by the time I got it, it was like 3 days later. And I opened it up and I'm like, oh my God. So I took it down to the courthouse to challenge it. She made a copy of the letter that the landlord had sent me saying don't pay the rent, and she said to present my checks back and, you know, whatever. So we go to court, and I think I'm okay. I explained to the judge, you know, she told me not to pay the rent because the house is in foreclosure and she's giving me 2 months free rent so I can move. And he said, okay, the ball's in your court, talking to the landlord. And she said, well, she's got like all these dogs up and down the yard, tearing up my yard, and the grass and the weeds and all this. And I'm like, what? And the judge told me to be quiet. And I'm like, and then she says, I have proof. And I'm like, okay, I want to see some proof. And she didn't show anybody any proof. And then he said, do you want her out in 24 hours or do you want her out by the 15th of July? She said 24 hours, but I don't think he heard her or understood or whatever, and he told me to be out by July 15th and to pay her $450 for the prorated rent. And I am disabled. I get 1 check a month. I pay all my bills. I have financial problems too, but I paid my rent every month, $900 every month without fail. And it's like, she could have told me sooner that the house was going to be in foreclosure, but she hasn't paid, according to the papers, documents that they put on my door, she hasn't paid her mortgage in a year. So the whole entire time I lived here, she never paid the mortgage, but I paid my rent. And so then all that leaves me in a bad situation. What am I supposed to do? You know, I can't move. I have to hire people to help me move. I have to find a place. I have to pay the rent, the deposit, all the things to move. And I don't know what to do. I'm like frustrated and upset and distraught. I don't know. And my girl's going to be going to high school, you know, and I don't know. And then today I get another certified letter from her. I don't know what it says yet, but you know. You're going to find out about that. And you went in front of Judge Kent Jasperson for this, and he gave you till the 15th to move out. The money that you paid where she returned the checks to you, did you keep the money to use to move to another location? The checks are still in the envelope that she sent them to me in. You know, I have some money saved, you know, from July's rent. You know, but I mean, I had to pay, like, you know, bills just to live here for the 15 days. You know, I had to pay some bills. So, you know, I have some money to move with. But, I mean, that's not nearly, I mean, that's not what I need. You know, I mean, I don't know how I'm going to move. I don't know anybody who can help me move. So I have to pay people. And, I mean, there's just so much into the whole moving thing that's why I just wanted more time. You know, she wanted me out by the 15th. My lease is up 2 weeks after that. And I would have been okay because I would have gotten paid by then. I'd like to give Patricia a phone call. Call 537-5971. This is Deanna O'Donnell for News 41.